last thing I'm gonna speak on tonight, because this one was heavy on my soul. I'm tired of the fake alpha males online boosting up these brokies' heads and making them all think that they high value. Sir, nothing about you is high value. Your bank account's not high value. Your morals and standards ain't high value. Even your car ain't high value. It's underwater and depreciated. But for some reason, they got y'all hyped up, making you think that you're in the top 1% just because you got promoted to the team lead at the Amazon warehouse. It's 2021. Most of us women nowadays, we making more money than a lot of y'all dudes. We the niggas with the money.
Hello, guys. It is Lexis Exodus, leader of the Black Women Exodus. How are you guys doing? Like always, if you enjoy this content, please like and share. Please comment in the comment section and say what's up to me in the chat. Also, like always, if you have any tips or suggestions, please send those to my email at lexisexoduschannel@gmail.com. Also, when you have a moment, please, because the Nakers are trolling and are watching. When you have a moment, please follow the backup page, LexX, that's LEXEX, and I'll link it in the description section below. This is my daily series called the Blackistan Zoo, where we profile the animals, monsters, and other crazy creatures in Blackistan. I'll continue to do this throughout the month of April daily, so until the beginning of May. And then, like I said, we'll level set and review the likes and the views and comments to make sure that the engagement aligns with the level of effort here. So if you haven't already, please take a second and just like the content. It costs nothing, and it just is a great way to show support, especially as we attempt to grow this channel and to expand. That actually aligns really well because I have a vacation planned with my hubby the first week of May. So no Blackistan Zoo that week. But again, I'll use that time to kind of review the engagement and to make sure that things align with the effort that these videos take. So what's up, y'all? I hope all is well. Today, we are going to talk about Beckeisha. Today is going to be a fun one. So, like we always do, we'll talk about the profile of your Beckeisha, and then we'll go into unpacking different actual instances of seeing this creature in its natural habitat and learning more about this animal. So Beckeisha, you can find her in trailer parks. You can also find her in Blackistan and Nicaragua. Pretty much, she's identified being a part of the lower rungs of society. Her appearance, she is very pale. She is melanin deficient, like Cynthia G likes to say. And they're identifiable by emulating Black women's appearances. So they'll try to copy their hair, their nails, their style of dress, their swag. But they lack the natural beauty and the innate swag and innate attractive attributes of Black women. So your Beckeisha is related to your white whale. These are women who don't qualify to get quality brides, either because they're overweight or trashy, or again, they're from the lower rungs of society. So they're the rejects of white society. So they opt to mate with Tyrones, who are self-hating, and, these apes are happy to take whatever scraps Brad may send their way, so they pedestalize these women. And so these women, as a result, become quickly indoctrinated by the Blackistan culture. So they are identified by trying really, really hard to look like and act like your stereotype of a Black woman. They like to blackfish. And I just want to pause there because it's really important to emphasize they imitate the stereotype of Black women. So they're not trying to copy your actual, your average Black woman who is educated and who is intelligent and who is an entrepreneur. You know, she may have multiple degrees. She's professional. She's doing her damn thing. No, they don't emulate the intelligent, average, beautiful Black woman. They copy the mammies. So their idea of what Black women are and what they look like. So they end up being like a caricature. So they'll use colloquialism, they'll have Black sense, they'll use lots of slang, they'll oftentimes be very, very loud, very ghetto, and they end up making a fool of themselves. So they'll imitate our hair often. You'll see them wearing extensions. They'll imitate our clothes, our style of dress. They'll even try to wear our long nails, our swag. They might have, because Black women have like beautiful curves and are hippie and have boobs and booty and small waists. They'll try to imitate this, but that's not natural for Beckeisha. So oftentimes she'll buy booty pops, so the fake little butt pads, or she'll get like the cement butt implants, and will get Fix-A-Flat injected in her booty. All of that to imitate our curves, because they don't have asses, but they want to appear as closely aligned with the physical beauty of Black women. And regardless of what they do, they aren't genuine Black women, so they can't copy how fly we are, because we're born with that. We're born with that innate, that natural beauty and attractiveness. So they look foolish, and they really do embarrass themselves trying to copy something that they just don't have. And it's like, Beckeisha, you can't get box braids. Your hair is limp. It's stringy. You can't. It's thin. You can't do that. You can't copy our twang and our dialogue, because that's innate. That's something that we've grown up with, and that's something that our soul and swag is something that you can't copy and you can't recreate. But Beckeisha's will try to mimic that. So notable Beckeisha's Bad Baby. She's the loudmouth, trashy girl who made millions by going on Dr. Phil, trying to emulate us. Because, and the reason why she was able to profit off of that, off of being loud and outspoken and ghetto, is because that type of behavior is only condoned when it comes to white women, not when Black women. Kardashians as well, they'll intentionally blackfish, and they'll wear lots of tanner. They'll wear dark makeup. They got the butt implants, the boob implants, the lip injections, doing anything they can to mimic the Black woman, but packaging it in this mainstream idea of beauty, this white Becky package. We think of Iggy Azalea, who is, specifically really ridiculous because she's from Australia. She's not even from the United States. And here we have her trying to imitate the accent from a woman from Memphis, Tennessee, like Hey Michelle said. You also see a slew of them on IG. These IG thoughts will regularly do this, and you'll just see a slew of other white whales walking around imitating Black women and trying to copy, their behavior and their look and their swag. So I want to show you these two photos so we can really see these animals in their natural habitat. So here's one with 4 Beckeishas here. Caption, "This is the Black woman's worst nightmare." Here's another one with 3 Beckeishas here that says the caption is "the Black man's weakness." And this is your typical prototype of your average Beckeisha. So you see they have like the lip fillers, the long nails. They may even wear weave. They got the slick back ponytails like Black women like to style their hair. Even slicking down their edges. You see, like these 2 girls have their edges slicked down like we would. And it's like, but you don't got baby hairs. Those are grown adult hairs. But they'll do anything to try to imitate us and try to look like us, even if they end up looking crazy. So let's look at this other instance of your Beckeisha in her natural habitat. So let's see what else we have here.
Picture behind me. What do you see? Now, you might have said a Black woman or a mixed woman. Now, what if I told you this was a woman who was 100% white? This might be one of the worst blackfishes I've encountered yet. She might even be worse than Emma Halberg, who at least admits that she's white. I'm gonna give you a scroll through her Instagram so you can see what I'm talking about. This is not just a white woman who likes to tan. She has claimed to be a Black woman from Africa. At first she was mixed, and then she was full Black, and then when people found out that both of her parents are white, she claimed to be adopted. She's living her life as a Black woman. Her boyfriend is Black and all her friends are Black. I truly believe that she has not told anyone in her real life that she is a white woman. This is genuinely disgusting. Like, this is beyond anything I could put in one of my Black girl or tan white girl videos. Like, she is truly doing modern day blackface. Every single day. She is living her life as a Black woman, and she is lying to everyone and saying that she is a Black woman when she is a full white woman. You don't believe me? These are her before and after pictures. Like, she listens to nothing but Afrobeat music. Like, she's truly obsessed.
Okay, so y'all see that stuff? Y'all see that shit? Y'all see how weird Beckeishas are? So like this is your typical male mouth Becky who totally changed her appearance. She changed her skin color. She's even drawn in her eyebrows to have them more defined. Eyebrows on fleek like Black women like to do. She's wearing really dark makeup. She has a textured hair weaves to try to imitate us. But in reality, she is your typical basic male mouth, blonde hair, blue-eyed Becky who is the deject of mainstream society. So she blackfishes in order to compensate for that. Because she knows the lack of melanin, the lack of flavor, being a basic Becky is not appealing. So she spends her entire life and has changed her entire life just being obsessed and trying to copy our physical features and trying to recreate them. Let's look at another instance of a Beckeisha and her innate behavior. These are, and they get worse, y'all. Let's see. Actually, I want to pull up. Yeah. This is really weird. Shit, this one is just creepy. So this Beckeisha put on a whole damn different face. This is the weird shit, the weird antics that they engage in. So that they'll do this stuff and will really copy and emulate our features down to a T. She has the lashes, the fuller lips, the 4C hair even. But in the same breath will gaslight us. Her and her Tyrone, and we'll pretend that we're jealous of them, and we'll talk about how, oh no, y'all culturally appropriate too because y'all wear weaves, and you might what else do they say that we culturally appropriate? Hair weaves is the biggest thing. They might talk about how we contour, do our makeup and things like that. But then you see shit like this, where this pale whale, she's literally putting on full body makeup and put on a 4C kinky curly hair. Like this is your prototype of the mother of humanity. Natural kinky coarse 4C hair, beautiful defined full lips. She copies that down to a T. And clearly, just tries to even recreate our crowns to look like us. So these Beckeishas are just real weird. And, they say that imitation is the biggest form of flattery. And I guess that, that is a valid rebuttal. But I think that the reason why we aren't flattered and why most Black women aren't flattered by this black fishing shit, this Beckeisha shit, is because these Beckeishas are the same ones who will mock us with Tyrone and talk about how ghetto we are, how unattractive we are. When you are literally analyzing our look, analyzing how we talk, how we move, how we dance, our music, and you made a whole new face to look like us. Okay, so let's look at a few more Beckeishas so we can really examine their behavior and look at them in their natural habitats. So what else do we have here?
I'm disrespectful towards him if he disrespectful towards me because I'm not that bitch that need $40. Yup, I got my own job. Yup, I got my own car. Yup, I pay my own bills. Yup, I'm that bitch. So what do I need you for? Not a damn thing. Now go on somewhere with all that. And that's on who? That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Do y'all see this? Y'all see how ridiculous she looks? Let's rewind this and just pause. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? So why are her edges slick down like this? Y'all know that's not something that white women do. She looks ridiculous. And she talking about that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. She sounds like a fool. And this is your typical Beckeisha. You see she has the spider web lashes, anything to try to emulate what we look like and but it's the stereotype of what we look like. So we know Black women are beautiful. They got that hair game on 100 locked down. You know, our hair defies gravity. It's beautiful. It's coarse. It's so versatile. You know, we can style it in so many different ways. We can wear it bone straight like this in a bob, or we can have updos. And, you know, back in the day, we used to do pin curls and stuff and used to do crimps and all sorts of shit. So black women, we got that shit down locked. The makeup game, the eyebrow game, our lashes. We like to wear the thick, full lashes. I love to wear my long nails. I enjoy that. Like, we are the epitome of just femininity and women. But this is a thing, when that's not natural to you, when that doesn't come natural to you, you make, you imitate it, and you make a mockery of it. So I remember a long time ago, a friend of mine saying gay men will do this too. So it's like they want to be women so bad, but they take the walking everything to an extreme. So literally the walking stereotype of what they believe it is to be a woman, they take that and just run with it and go 100 with it. So you'll see them with the big ass fake ass butt implants that look fake, like Kim Kardashian, or you'll see them with the crazy really, really harsh contour and highlighting and really dramatic makeup. It's because that's not innate for them. So black women can become in tune with our femininity and can be creative and can look beautiful and can enhance our features. They just end up looking like caricatures. They just end up looking like this. You know what I mean? So let's look at another Beckeisha who really just embodies what these Beckeishas look like and how they talk and how they act. So you guys can really, I want to really hone in on the type of creature that we're looking at.
Let's be clear. It's not a fetish. It's just my type. It's what I prefer. It's the only thing I like. It's not a fetish. It's not a phase. None of that. This is what I prefer. It's what I like. It's for black people anyway.
Okay, so this is a totally different girl, but do you notice the commonalities there? And she made this video because someone asked her why she fetishizing black men, and she's trying to defend herself. But look at her. She looks a hot ass mess. Becky don't need no damn bonnet. Becky does not need bonnets. Bonnets are specifically made, and satin wraps are specifically made for black women because that is best for our hair type. You know, our hair is more fragile. Our hair is more prone to damage if we don't tie our hair up, if we don't like treat our hair with kid gloves. So she don't need this shit. But this is what Beckeishas do, even if it don't make sense. Cause you ain't gotta worry about, keeping your wrap straight. Your hair is limp and thin. It's not gonna get frizzy if you try. But this is how foolish they look, trying to imitate us. She got the lashes just like the other girl. But this is your typical Beckeisha prototype, and this is what you'll experience and what you'll see in Blackistan. It's very common. Let's look at another one. And I tell you, I can't make this stuff up. These are all different Beckys who look exactly the same because they are trying their hardest to recreate and copy something that is not natural, that is not innate to them. They're trying to mimic black women. They end up looking ridiculous. Let's look at this last girl.
I ain't got no motherfucker. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. West side, bad boy killer. You know who the realest is.
Y'all see this shit? So let's replay that one because this probably is the most ridiculous one out the bunch.
I ain't got no motherfucker. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. West side, bad boy killer. You know who the realest is.
So she got the long nails, the really, really thick spider web tarantula eyelashes, and look at what the fuck is on her head. And so she looks so ridiculous. Like, I'm going to take y'all to her page because I really want y'all to understand how problematic and how silly these Beckeishas look, trying to imitate us and failing miserably. So let's see. Okay, so look at this girl. Look, she even got box braids.
Boom.
She looks ridiculous. And we all know, like, the color hair trend where we wear extensions and the braids and color weaves. That was all started by Black women because we're the most creative groups of women on earth. So we like to don our crown and like to switch up our hairstyles. But here she is emulating it, and she looks ridiculous. Look at this.
He wants to see other women.
So her hair, so you know how like Black girls like to wear, they might wear like a puff on their crown, and they'll have a high ponytail and will like rest their curls directly on top of their head. She's trying to emulate that. And she had to tease her hair probably with a bunch of hairspray and shit, because your hair don't naturally do that, baby. You don't got the coils, you don't got the curls, you don't got the crown that Black women got. And it probably took her hours to do this shit. She looks fucking ridiculous. Look at her. She got the nails. Look at this shit. Like, she even got faux locks.
The chocolate cake. So first we're gonna start with.
And y'all know that shit probably lasted a week. Because Becky's hair is not fit. Becky's hair can't hold different styles like us. It can't defy gravity like our hair can. It just can't. She looks absolutely ridiculous. But this is your typical Beckeisha in Blackistan trying to emulate us and doing everything to look like us, but being packaged and a male mouth appearance, and in the same breath we'll talk about us and try to denigrate us and call us ghetto and say our hairstyles, our way of dress, our way we wear our nails are less than, are negative. Okay, let's see what else we got here. And I bet she has a Tyrone who worships her because he loves everything about Black women but wants it to be packaged as a white girl. This girl look like a damn cartoon character, but I bet you she got a trail. I bet you she got hundreds of Tyrones in her DM, pedestalizing her, and in the same breath denigrating Black women for having the same type of hairstyle, for dressing the same way, for talking the same way. So here you see another Beckeisha trying to emulate our style and our hairstyles, and look what happens. So now she's about to go bald. Now she done lost clumps of hair because her hair is too stringy, it's too flimsy, it's too weak to even sustain a protective style. So now she looks fucking crazy, and her hair is shedding like crazy, and she's damaged her damn hair from trying to emulate people that look nothing like her. Her hair is nothing like the texture that's appropriate for braids, and look at her, a mess. Okay, so now that we've looked at some Beckeishas and a few examples of their profiles and of them in their natural habitat, let's look at Beckeisha and her mating rituals and a video. Let's look at videos of Beckeisha with her apes. So let's. Okay, so here we have Beckeisha and her ape here behaving like an ape. And Beckeisha is surprised, she looks uncomfortable, but this is what happens to most of them. So they'll go into these situations and they'll be very naive and be very silly and be very unaware of what they're dealing with. They'll think, oh, he has a big peen. No, he puts me on a pedestal and he worships me, even though I'm a basic Becky, basic barnyard Becky, and Brad doesn't want me, and I'm their DJ. I'll get worshipped over here. And they think it's all good and it's all sugar, plums, and fairies, but they really have no idea what they're entering into until they're actually in it, like this girl. So this Beckeisha thought she was prepared for Tyrone and all his antics, and look, she was taken aback. He rapping about DA don't search my house because there ain't no motherfucking drugs there. See what I mean? Like this, and she looks mortified. She looks uncomfortable, but this is what you get when you mess with these apes. But Beckeisha is terrified because she wasn't quite ready for Tyrone's antics. She wasn't. Let's look at another instance of a Beckeisha and her ape in their natural habitats, and let's look at their rituals.
Says she's going to the bathroom, huh? We got one upstairs. I don't know why she always got to go downstairs to use the bathroom. Well, nobody. Why are you in here on your fucking phone? Who are you talking to? Is it that serious? Is it that fucking serious?
Every time
you always gotta fucking disappear on me, and you come down here and hide and you get on your phone. Like, why?
It's whole privacy.
All right, man, what the fuck ever. All right, whatever. Says she's going to the back.
Okay, so if you couldn't understand what was happening there, couldn't make out what was happening there, this Naker suspects his Beckeisha of cheating, doesn't trust her, and is acting very irrational and is videoing her, accusing her of cheating because when she uses the bathroom, she goes to the upstairs bathroom to use her phone instead of going to the bathroom where he's located. So this Naker is insecure, and he's a weirdo, obviously. He's displaying your typical aggression that your typical ape does. But Beckeisha wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. And like I said, Beckeishas are naive. So a lot of Beckies that you meet they're feminists. So they'll have this progressive thought process of how women should be equal to men. They'll be promiscuous and they'll say, well, if men can do it, then I can do it, you know, and let's not shame people and, you know, let's empower the power of the pussy and let's be able to do whatever that we want to do. And they come into these relationships very naive with these nakers and they think that that's going to fly. But they don't know that nakers can cheat and they can bring you home STDs and they'll have babies on you. But if you simply talk to another man, if they catch you texting another man, they'll kill you. So that's what's happening here. I wouldn't be surprised if he's put hands on her, especially if she has stepped out of the relationship. So let's look at this last video of a Beckeisha and an ape in their natural habitat. And then we will talk about it and we'll unpack.
They want to beat me.
Don't you ever talk about my mama. Say it again.
Get off of
Say it
it
again.
right now.
Talk about my mama again.
Get off of it.
Bring my mama's name up again.
Get off of it right
Don't fuck,
now.
I kill your goddamn ass. Stupid goddamn bitch. I kill your goddamn ass. Kill your goddamn ass, motherfucker.
So here we see this Beckeisha getting beat by her ape. And apparently she said something about his mama. So she probably told him the truth and said, your mom raised a loser. She raised a menace to society. She wasn't an awful mammy because she raised an abusive asshole who likes to beat women. And he got upset and got triggered. And so we see here, him threatening her, him assaulting her, him verbally abusing her, and also being physically abusive, while their baby is sitting there in the same room. But this is what these Beckeishas encounter. And, you know, I've said it over and over again. I think that what happens is because they are pedestalized and because Beckeishas are, just put on a pedestal and really worship because they are non-black and because self-hating apes love anything non-black. They really come into these relationships thinking that they're going to get a different experience, but they end up getting mistreated and they end up experiencing the same toxicity that black women experience from these nakers. They do. And so that's your typical Beckeisha and naker relationship. You know, she'll get cheated on, she'll get STDs, she'll get side babies that he'll have on her, she'll get beat, she'll get her ass beat, she'll get yelled at, denigrated, because that's just the typical problematic behavior of these apes. But this is your typical relationship. This is your typical life of a Beckeisha, because they'll enter into these toxic relationships and will oftentimes get mistreated. So I don't know. I think that all this is just crazy. And I share this with black women, and it's really important for me to share this with fellow black women, because I know that it's very frustrating and flustering to get so many messages from nakers who are denigrating us and who criticize us. They'll talk about how, we're curvaceous, so they'll call us overweight. Yet the first chance they get, they'll find an obese Beckeisha with a big belly and will fall in love with her and will marry her and will, run out in the sunset. They'll also talk about your hairstyle. They'll talk about weaves, but will date Beckeishas who wear lace fronts with fake baby hairs. They'll talk about your nails, call you ghetto. Then we'll date Kylie Jenner and Cardi B, who have long, decked out, ostentatious nails. They'll talk about your demeanor and will say, oh, you're loud, you're so outspoken, you're not submissive, but will be thirsty for Beckeisha with worse black scents that try their hardest to emulate us. They'll say, oh, I date white women because they're submissive. I can't date a black woman because she's not. But then we'll bring that same toxicity and that same abusive nature to their swirling relationships. So the moral of the story is, don't even engage in these circular arguments with these apes, with these nakers. Just divest. And let them have at it. Let Beckeisha take all the Tyrone she wants. She's doing us a favor, and she don't know it yet. She's unsuspecting. She's naive. She doesn't know it yet. But she'll soon find out that she done entered into a situation where it's like I said, being excited about being the first winner to board the Titanic ship. Let her deal with his headaches. Let her take those problems off our hands, because she's just signing up to get abused. She's signing up to become a single mother. She's signing up to have illegitimate children by him. She's signing up for a lifetime of headaches and heartaches. So, all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed recording it. I appreciate you guys for listening. Until next time, see you guys. Bye.
If y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.